Welcome to part second. Now, today in this, we are going to see Earth's interior and layers of interior. Before that, let me inform you about Earth. Earth was formed 4.6 billion ago. Firstly, it was in gaseous state. It started cooling through the process of radiation and then liquefied. With the time, the outermost part cooled first and became solid. This outermost layer of the earth is called crust. Even today, outer planets of the solar system are in gaseous state. Okay, so first of all, earth was in gaseous state. Afterwards, it cooled and then the outer part became solid. Okay, now let's see the layers of the interior of the earth. While going from the earth's surface to its core, major changes occur in temperature and density. These two elements, with respect to these two elements, the earth's interior can be divided into following. So first of all, there are three most main layers. First one is crust, second one is mantle, and third one is core. So first of all, I'll explain you what is crust. Okay, now crust means, see, crust is an uppermost layer of the earth which is in solid state. Okay, and its thickness is not same everywhere. It is 30 to 35 kilometer thick. Okay, now as we move down or deeper under the surface, temperature increases. So the rate of increase in temperature reduces and again increases the core. Okay, the crust is the thinnest of all layer. When compared to mantle and core, it can be divided into two sublayers. Okay, crust is divided into two sublayers. First one is continental crust and second one is oceanic crust. So I'll show you figure of crust. This is image showing Earth's interior. See, you can see the uppermost layer is crust. They have written there 30 kilometer average, which is the green and blue color, that is known as crust. And the crust is divided into two parts, that is oceanic and continental. First of all, we'll see continental. The contents are mainly composed of silica. So these continentals are composed of silica and aluminium, means they contain silica and aluminium in it. Because of the high proportion in this layer, the layer was first known as Sial. Why? Because it was having silica and aluminium. So SiAl is the spelling of Sial. Si means silica, Al means aluminium. This layer was having a lot of silica and aluminium, so it was named as Sial. The density of continental crust is 2.65 to 2.19 centimeters. And granite rocks are found in this layer. Okay, continental layer is very easy. You'll have to remember only 2 to 3 points. First point is what? It contains silica and aluminium, so it is known as Cl. Then second point is what? The density is 2.65 to 2.19 gm per centimeters cube, and the thickness is 30 kilometers, and it contains granite rocks. Now the oceanic crust. This is the second layer of the crust. It is made up of silica and magnesium, and so it is known as SEMA. Okay, Si means silica and Ma means magnesium. So oceanic crust, what it contains most? Silica and magnesium, and what is known as SEMA. And this layer is 7 to 10 kilometer thick. And then what is the density of it? 2.9 to 3.3 gm per centimeter cube, and this layer contains basalt and gabbro rocks. Okay, oceanic crust is also very easy. It is 7 to 10 kilometers thick. It contains silica and magnesium. And it which rocks are there? Basalt and gabbro rocks. Now next see what is the mean by mantle. See, this is the yellow layer. This yellow layer is known as mantle. So what is this mantle? Mantle lies below crust. It can be divided into two layers, upper mantle and lower mantle. Okay, the upper mantle is in liquid state and the lower mantle is in solid form. See, one finds magna chambers in upper mantle. So we can find magna chambers in upper mantle. So when there is a volcanic eruption, the magma comes out from this mantle, upper mantle. Okay, now this layer is also known as asthenosphere. Epicenters of deep seated earthquakes are usually found here. So earthquakes are set epicenters, means the center of the earthquakes are found here. And the internal energy released due to endogenetic movements occurring in this layer is responsible for mountain building, rifts, volcanic eruption and earthquakes. So the movement which occurs in this mantle, what it results, what it gives, what it gives? Mountain building, volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. Okay. Now the next one is core. So the core, it is also having two types. So the core is having two types, outer core and inner core. And this core is 2900 kilometer depth from the earth's surface. Depth means deep. The part of the earth's interior extending from mantle up to the center of the earth is the core, and the thickness of the core is 3471 kilometer. Okay, now again the core is divided into two, outer core and inner core. Now see what is outer core. So the secondary waves cannot pass through this outer core. Outer core is about 2900 kilometer to 5100 kilometer around the earth, and they get absorbed in this region. This can lead to scientists to believe that the core could be liquid or semi-liquid. So the scientists have predicted that this core liquid or semi-liquid. Okay. Primary layers travel through outer core, but the speed reduces when it passes through core. So when the waves passes through core, the speed gets reduced. So temperature of the liquid in the outer core is about 5000 degree Celsius. So this outer core, you have understood what is this outer core? Now the difference between the temperature of the outer core gives rise to vertical currents. Okay, the temperature between outer core and inner core, what it results? It results vertical currents. It gives rise to vertical currents. Okay, now next about this outer core. Earth's atmosphere protected from solar wind coming from the sun. What it does? It protects Earth's atmosphere is protected from solar winds coming from the sun. Why? Because the cover develops around the earth of the magnetic field. There is a cover developed around the earth of what? Of magnetic field. And because of this magnetic field, earth atmosphere is protected from solar winds. It is some. Okay. Now, electric currents develop in this spiral eddies of liquid ion and magnetic field is generated. It is sometimes called as geodynamo. So see, a magnetic field is generated. You can see here how a geomagnetic field is generated in Earth's core. This one is a magnetic field, and this protects solar winds to come towards our earth. Because of what? Because of outer core. Okay, now inner core. Inner core extends around 5150 kilometers depth and around 6371 kilometers. Core of the earth is in solid state. Inner core is in solid state. So iron and nickel are most probably found in inner core, and therefore it is called as knife. Why? Because of iron and nickel. What is the formula of iron? And the material in this layer are under extreme pressure. The inner core is in solid state. Okay, because it is having a lots of pressure, so the inner core is in solid state, and the temperature here is almost equivalent to temperature of the sun. So temperature in the inner core is same as sun. Okay, so inner core is also explained, and it is all. Now I hope you all have understood what is inner core. Now I'll show you one diagram in which you can understand the structure of earth's interior. So this is the diagram. So see, we can see the inner core, right? The outer core, mantle, crust. So the bluish area is crust, the yellowish area is mantle, and the reddish and the red and reddish is outer core and inner core. This is Earth's interior. So I hope you all understood this lesson. It was very easy. Thank you. And you all are having one homework, that is you have to write, tick the correct options, question number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 from page number 15. Thank you.